Hello. We're live. Started a little bit early today. Yeah, I'll just get things going. Hello. So, let's get this audio. You should be able to hear that. Let me get that a little bit louder. Right, there we go. So we're on the ground in Nice here today. We'll be going IFR down to Ibiza airport. Flight time for today will be in the air for about an hour and a half or so. But apart from that, we should be all good. So looking lovely on the ground today. Looking really nice. Nice is a Asobos made airport, so it looks absolutely amazing. I'm really impressed. They've done a great job. So inside the flight deck here, we're all ready. Everything is ready. If you just give me a second, just get everything is sorted. There we go. And we're all good. So if I just full screen this, you can see our charts today. It's departing off 04 right. We're on the terminal 1 area here. We'll push back. Facing this way, we'll go left, out, down, through Bravo, across. We'll cross at Bravo 1, onto Victor, along path 1. Should be good. Sadly, we are going to be on the confidence flight. It's a bit of a shame, but it'll have to do. So that'll be okay. Right. Let's hop back into flying position. Let's put our TCAS to standby. Lock the cabin door. Everything in the FMS is all ready to go. I've got it all set up. Might as well get pushback. So nav beacon on. Get our seatbelt signs on. Fuel pumps on. APU on. So the master for 5. And then the start. Check our APU page. The flap is open. And there we go. Quickly springing up. Now I'll get running. Once that's running, you can go ahead and set everything else up. Hello, nice to see you in the chat over. If the stream's a little bit laggy, I apologise. I hope you can hear me okay. I hope that's all good. Should be all good. Right, so that's firing up now. If I get up the rest of the charts for the departure, you can see here we've got an initial climb of 6,000. So we're going to climb out 6,000. Maximum 210 knots, so we'll take 210 through these waypoints, and then from this waypoint N048 we can continue our climb up to cruise of 370 and continue our speed up to 250. 5x5, fantastic, thanks very much. Alright, well the AP is available, so if we set the AP to bleed, disconnect our jetway, actually close the cargo door, there we go, that's closed, there goes the jetway, all good, jetway's disconnected, AP bleeds on, disconnect from the external power, and this is using the nice new toolbar pushback mod for MSFS, which was released not too long ago. I'm sure you've seen many reviews on it, but this will be my new pushback mod because it's absolutely fantastic. Final thing, disconnect the power truck. Oh no, hold on. There we go, the wire's gone anyway, so that's all good. Pushback. Start pushback. Sometimes that wire doesn't go, it can cause a couple of problems. So I'll get the pushback truck to come on. I should all be good. Hope you all, guys. This has been the first stream for a while. Thought I'd make it a fairly long one. Bit of fun out of Nice. It's a lovely, lovely day today, completely clear skies, so no weather problems at all. I'm just going to wait until the tow truck gets at the station. Test the steering. Yeah, the steering's good. Now we've just got to decide which way to go. I think I'll send those that way. This makes a less steep turn. Go off round. Go that way. Go that way. Right, tow's connected. So parking brake is released. Parking brake is confirmed release. Good to go. So drag the speed up slowly. Speed going a bit. All the way up to a good pushback speed. About the end of the speed word is when I tend to leave it. Seems pretty good speed. Works well. First officer, I've got the first officer displays off. I noticed a bit of lag before the stream started. I didn't want to cause too much. So we have flex takeoff today. If I head into our performance page, I'll show you some of the stuff we've got set up here. We've got fairly high V1s, trim flaps 1, 6000, flex to temp of 60. All looking good. I've got a full checklist here, we're going to try and do this nice and realistically. So, I'm therefore close to the line, aren't I? Just lean out and have a look. It can turn pretty steep with this new pushback mod, so missing the pushback line. We can also go forwards, so missing it is not really a problem anymore. Which used to the old one, it was. Wrong way. There we go, gentle turn. Going it all the way across. And we're cleared to start, so I reckon go ignition start. Ignition start. There. Engine number 1. Engine number 1 confirmed. Started. It's starting nicely. Make sure I'm getting the pushback right. Oh, almost missed it there. Swing it round. That was good. Right, there we go. On the line. Let it go back for a second. Push back a little bit further. Now bring the speed down. Now we're going off the line. So if I just correct that. Bring it back on the line. There we go. That's good. That's pretty much the line. Drag the speed back to a stop. I'll just quickly correct the nose so the nose is actually on the line. There we go. So, reduce the speed back to a 0 nice and gently. Parking brake set. Engine number 1 started avail. Let's start number 2. There we go. Hydraulic power units that we just heard there. So we can end the pushback. The pushback tug now disconnects. Drives off. That's all good. I don't know if I'll turn the desktop audio down a little bit. That's a little bit loud. Right. So there we go. The tug's disconnected. Nicely. We can now set our trim for today, which is down 1.1, I believe. So if we roll this down, 1.2, 1.1. There we go. Trim set. Nicely. We turn on our taxi lights. Close the pushback mod. Engine number 2 is finishing starting. Predictive windshields off. We can get that on in a minute. Arm spoilers. Leave TCAS to standby. And we'll do the rest of it once we're taxiing. Main thing is those engines have now started. You can confirm that the tug has disconnected and is on the left. Engine avail, so normal. Norm. Push. Make them off. And we're all good. So, taxiing out to the runway, we're cool on Unicom. What we're going to do. So, just checking where we are on the Sierra. So, and our call sign for today is 84 Papa Mike. Easy 84 Papa Mike on the ground at Nice. We've pushed back from the stands on Terminal 1, taxiing to runway 04 right via Sierra, Delta, Uniform, Bravo 1, crossing 04 left, Victor to Whiskey 3. There we go. That's about that. That's all they need to know. All good to go. So, parking brake released. Bit of power. Let it roll forward. So, basically our taxi is... Oh, we're facing this way, aren't we? So, not Delta, we're taking straight onto the Uniform. So going down here, right, and back on ourselves. All the way along. That's the outer taxi. Platform. And just checking the nose wheel cam, make sure we make the turn. There we go. Roll it nicely right. All the way around the corner. A little bit of brakes. All the way around. Right, so we're now on Tango. So I've got this slightly wrong. So we're on Tango, we've got to be on Uniform, which is to our left. So we'll take the next left coming up here to go across. And that next left is Delta. So that's good. That's where we should be. There we go, we can see our takeoff coming up here, so we're going max. We'll tell the cabin crew for seats for takeoff after they've done the safety demonstration. Which they probably should have done by now. Takeoff config is normal. The predicted wind shear is off, that's highlighting that. Turn that on. And I'm happy with that. We'll get the packs off once we get to the runway, as they're the air conditioning packs, and due to COVID and stuff like that now, we want to keep ventilation nice in the cabin, so we'll turn that off when we get sort of just on the runway, and then turn them back on as we're passing through about 3,000 maybe. Right, so this is Delta. So going left and right, and then second left, I think. It's a complex taxi pace here. Not really. Right here. This is Uniform, so this is where we're supposed to be in the first place. Okay. So, on the Uniform, we're going to go all the way... No, not to the end, no. This is Charlie 1 off our left here. This is Charlie 1. If I just drag the charts up, you can see where I am. So we've got Charlie 1 here, we're just going along here. We've got Charlie 1 to our left. We're taking Bravo 1 and going across like that. So that is where we'll go. So not this exit, this one now in fact. Cool. So left here, I believe, yeah. Left here. And then straight across onto the Whiskey and along. Sorry, the Victor actually is what we'll take. There's a bit of a bump on the runway if you can see this here. This is a special Nice thing that's happened with the new scenery. So to get rid of that, you can't. That's what I found. So we're just going to have to roll over it on takeoff, and then go for our takeoff roll after it. Right, we're on the Victor. I think that's all good. It's all good. So the bump for here on this one is there. So we'll just go here. We'll line up on the runway here. Nice traffic, easy. 84 Papa Mike, lining up runway 04 right via Alpha 3. This is actually Alpha 3, so we're taking a bit of an intersection departure here. Just to get rid of that bump. So packs off, lights on. Oh. Lights all on. Looking left. We're clear. Left onto the runway. Bit of an oversteer, not much though. Eyeing it up. Got a bit of power to get over this bump. So if we actually have a look down here, you can see it's quite a big bump. Right, so there we go, I'm over that, I'm happy. Idle throttles. Eyes up on the runway. Okay, and we'll start rolling. So immediate round turn after departure. 210 knots, 6,000 feet. 50% confirmed. Flex. Land flex, SRS, runway, auto thrust blue. Speed of light, 60 knots. Bit of down pressure on the stick. 100 knots, relinquish that down pressure. V1, hands off the throttle, rotate, pull back. Gently on the nose. Lifting into the air. Positive rate, gear up. Right, keep the pitch going. Climb for a second just to confirm. Speed's building. Speed building nicely. Roll right. Yep, speed's built nicely, so we're going to roll right. Pitch up a little bit more. Roll it right. There we go. I'm just holding it on the green crosshair. Pitch the nose down slightly and leave a climb. Thrust lever climb. Pitching the nose down slightly. We're now going to turn off the turn off lights. And we're all good. So we'll turn off the packs when we don't need as much throttle. So as much power, which we still do because the speed's still building. We're supposed to hold 210 knots. So that's about here. So I'll keep that climb and turn left. So there we go. It's a bit late. Packs on, because we don't need the throttle anymore. Pitching up, rolling left. And if any of you have got the nice carrier scenery installed, you can see that off ahead of us. There we go, levelling off on the turn. We're good. So, we de-arm the spoilers. Like, I forgot to turn the TCAS on. That'll be alright. Pitch the nose down slightly. That's 5,000 feet. And then we'll be 6,000. We're confirmed allowed to continue climb. So, 370 is cruise. Throttles up in managed. In climb mode. Put it in open climb. There we go, open climb. We're through the transition altitude, so standard pressure. The 210 knots can be released, so manage speed. I'm still on manual control here, flying it around. I'll turn it off when we get to about 10,000 feet or so. So we continue climb, so Unicom Easy 84 Papa Mike, continuing climb, flight level 370, passing 7,000. There we go. Flaps up. Aircraft's clean. Rolling it left slightly. Once I get it on the cross, we'll turn on the autopilot. Left, pitch it down slightly, and we'll engage the autopilot. Autopilot on, and we can turn the landing lights off. Let me catch up on the chat then. Should have saw my landing at Corfu. Ah, yes, well, I wanted to see that. I'm told. How was the landing? I don't think I heard. Was it good, or how was it? Lovely view of Monaco here. Got Monaco and of course the Nice airport, all looking amazing. Nope. Cabin pressure. Okay, stop climb. Okay, hold altitude. Hold speed. Descend 10,000. Hold up there. Crew oxygen masks on if rapid Aha! Now this, I know why this is. That wire that I said we need to get rid of, it didn't get rid of it. And so apparently we're having a depressurization of the cabin. That's exactly what that is. Yeah. Okay. We'll have to ignore it. Carry on. I mean, it's because it's not a sort of. We'll continue climb. I'll just have to see what we can do about that. So it's just not sealed, basically. The door at the front. It's an issue at the moment with that power unit. So you can see we're actually sealed, but it's a sort of sim error. So the cabin altitude is just going to keep coming up with us. In theory, no one will be able to breathe, which is a shame. So we'll go managed. We'll leave it in climb. It will be annoying. Just have to deal with that. Might make the noises a bit louder or something. We'll have to see. I don't really know, to be honest. I've not encountered this before. A couple of people I know have, but we'll get to go with that. We can turn the seatbelts off. So if you just have a look down here, normally what would happen is, as the cabin pressurizes, the altitude doesn't come up with us. Oh, 212 FPM landing. Wow, nice. That's not bad. That's pretty good. I know you reckon you think it's pretty hard. It's not bad. I don't think it's drastic. That's pretty good. It's not too bad. Right, climb our checklist. So we've got climb D10, autopilot 1 is on, altimeter set to standard, we're through 10,000, seatbelt signs are off, we're all good. Right, so that cabin depressurization, there's not much I can do, because in theory it should be sealed. It's not. Sim reckons it's not sealed, but the fly-by-wire aircraft knows it is. So, there's not much I can do about that. Yeah, exactly. Not long into flight, we've already had an issue. Fantastic. Fantastic. Alright. We'll continue the climb. We'll have to ignore that. Just don't look over here. That's just... We're going really high as well. We're going 37,000 feet today. That's almost 39,000 is the maximum. So we're going as high as we can go. This is the day we have a cabin depressurization. Sadly, if I look overhead, there's not much I can do because the plane is sealed, but it reckons it's not. So it's not something I can do. I don't know. Sometimes external power do that. It's just gonna keep climbing with us. So this is our sort of cabin pressure. It's managed down. So in theory, I'm trying to reduce it. If you're just joining us, you've just joined me. Something happened when you disconnect external power with this new mod. I haven't found it before, but with this new mod, there's a wire that appears, which makes it look realistic. But if it doesn't disconnect properly, yeah, divert to Bournemouth, exactly. Yeah, I've just seen that. Yeah, divert from Gatwick. Oof, not nice. But basically, if we go on doors page, it confirms the doors are all sealed, so there's not actually a leak. So it's a sim error, basically. But it's one that is quite serious. So I don't know. I just have to leave it. It's not going to make massive difference, I don't think, unless something really bad happens. Basically, it's just everyone's gonna be dead. That's all. That's okay. Oh, the cruise supply's on. I don't know. We'll leave it as it is. Let's just enjoy the flight. It's all good. Let's ignore that. So, 21,000 feet. Everything is all good. We can have a look at the weather ride, everyone. We can see they've got this nice arrow telling us when we'll be level. So we're level at Rubas. So we got a nice long route. If I show you on the map, you can see the route we're going to be taking today. So we're out of Nice. We go down across this. What's the bay called? I put it in the chat. Oh. I think I put it in the description. Let me. What's it called? The Balearic Sea. That's the one. I knew it was one of them. We're going across the Balearic Sea nicely, and then we go over Palma de Mallorca here. It's Palma by the Sun. We go straight over Palma de Mallorca. Looks, and here's Ibiza. We go around the airport and back in for a very close landing across the land, a bit like Skiathos actually. So that'll be a lot of fun. Be a good landing. Yeah. So we'll have to just see. We'll just see. As I say, that air issue. That's just. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So we're going to be climbing over water all the way until we hit Palma de Mallorca. That'll be our first sort of point of land since departure, really. You can see we're not at Rubas yet, but we're just heading 198 straight down towards Rubas. No altitude restrictions, so we'll just continue. Here we can see our nice Simbury flight plan I made earlier. It's all good. If we want to, we could actually we'll do that when we get a bit closer up in cruise. I was going to say fill in the arrival stage, but we'll leave that. We'll leave that. So now what you can see is the aircraft's actually reducing the climb rate to a sort of more steady climb, and that is part of the new custom system. And what it's doing is just reducing it so it's a steadier climb, so that it's more comfortable for passengers. So if we load up Chartfox for Ibiza, we get our taxi one up. This is the taxi charts. And what I do is I just pop it out, if it pops out, which it's not. Alright. Anyway, we've got our taxi charts here. We'll put on the RNAV stars. Don't know why it says RNAV, because it's we have got ILS, so it's not really a problem. Yeah. Anyway, we're climbing nicely. I'll leave you with a wing view for a second. Back in a minute. And I'm back, hello. I'm just going to turn up the sound a little bit, and you might be able to hear a faint whistling. If you can hear that whistling... Oh. Caps on. If you can hear that whistling, that is because of that depressurization. So we'll have to leave that. Yeah. Alright. So our max speed's increasing. We'll be cruising at about Mach 7.6 or so, nothing major. Yeah. So we get to our weather report here. This was made a while ago, this was made just before the stream started. so a fair distance to go. So we got above on, so we on the TCAS, which, if I can get it working, I found it worked the other day. I found I could see actual air traffic in the area. You have to have traffic fairly close to you, but I did find I could see them, which is really amazing. It's quite impressive. I didn't know they'd even updated that. So if we set it to below now, because as we reach our cruise, we don't need to know about aircraft above us. We need to know about aircraft below us, as we're probably going to be one of the highest traffic in the vicinity. If you're just joining us, welcome along. That is really annoying, that issue. So good. We can do a descent calculation if you want, just to have a look roughly where we'll descend. So it's 370 is going to be our cruising altitude. Target altitude, I think we need to be 10,000 by a certain waypoint. Must be something about 1,600 feet per minute. I can increase that. I might make that 800 feet, 1,800. It's busy in the airspace today. Yeah, it's about 112 nautical miles away or so, which is, it's alright. That'll do nicely. So yeah, just cruising along then. Lots of clouds today, looking really, really lovely. We've got some special scenery for Ibiza actually, which I'm looking forward to. But we can just have a play with some of the camera views. Nice, we can see the cabin in the background and actual gaps in the cabin. It's all fine. I suppose we could turn on the first officer's displays, why not? So I'm just going to turn on his flight director and his constraint display, so that once they're on, it's fully displaying exactly what we are. And then we just do the same thing, we can adjust our range to whatever we want. And it's climbing nicely. So yeah, we're not going to be able to see any land for the entire flight until we reach Palma de Mallorca. Occasionally Barcelona Centre might come online, but sadly it seems today it's fully Unicom, which it's a shame. I do like it when we have full control. So if I wanted to put, we can just input some of the arrival data for now. So we've got 060 at 11 knots on the wind, 1012 in the QNH, and I will get the rest of the information for a descent calculation. So meter for LEIB. There we go, and I have a little descent calculator on my phone actually, I bought the other day. Really, really good little thing. Gives me, sorry, not descent calculator, takeoff and landing calculator. Gives me all the landing speeds. So the wind is, what did we say it was? 060 11 knots. 0660 at 11. I'm then going to put in the temperature, which is 22. The QNH, which is 1012. I'm also filling in the elevation of the airport, which if we get our charts up, go on taxi charts, if it loads, if not we'll go direct, yeah. So, elevation is 7 meters, which is about 20 feet, so we can put 20 feet in there. The runway length of the day is 2,900 and 2,800 meters. The runway we'll be landing on is 060, so I put that in, 060. Put in our landing weight, which is 62,000, so if I just copy that, I need to put kg to tons, and then we're just going to fill in that, 68.3. So I'm putting in our tons. We're going to have a full flap landing. The auto brake will be on low, we'll have both reversers, our CG position on landing, which you can check here, but it's easier to just hop on the weights page. Obviously as we burn fuel we're going to be less than 25%. put all that information in. The runway going to be dry. Calculate the landing. I'll catch up in the chat in a minute. And there we go. It gives me the information I need. So it's going to be 22 degrees on landing. The approach speed will be 144. And our touchdown speed will be 140. I don't yet know how to change that number, but I can change it. Transition to 6,000. And the go around is 210 in the radio. There we go. Got our little landing calculation going. It's all good. Fantastic. And there we go. Level at 370. Boost the range up. Long way to go. Gotta make sure we put in the radio for the landing, which will be 11110 in the radnav. Into the ILS frequency, so then when we get close that'll pick it up. If we want to put in a VOR frequency, which there's quite a few actually near the airport, just so that we have an idea of just gotta find one. There it is. So if we have a look on the map, we just go into where we're going. The VFR map actually shows them. So if we want IZA as sort of a head point, so we know that when we're aligning the ILS, IZA. So we can search for that, and it'll give us a frequency. Have a look at the charts. You can see our altitude constraints for our arrival today. We've got POS at flight level 100. 4,500. Continuing, we then head to Nelux, and from there we head round, and then following this arrival straight into the airport. 220 knots round this corner. That's alright. I'm happy with that. Level at 370. See the cabin pressure, but also very high. We can ignore that though. Busy on Unicom today, so we'll just say level at 370. Cool. Any questions you got, let me know. Otherwise, you can just have a little chill. About a quarter of the way there, so well to go. No need. Hello, Pig and Feather. Nice to see you. Welcome. I'm just having a look round. Love the swing view. Get a nice view of the wing and the engine. Looks great. All I'm doing over here is just looking at the chart. I don't know, we could work out where we want to exit. So landing, we'll touch down. I found when I had a quick landing the other day, touched down around the Pappies actually, and we were all right to the end here. Probably this is quite. You have to brake quite steeply if you want to exit here. I reckon we'll exit here, or maybe even at the end, which is all fine. And we'll taxi into the main apron here. So I'll say it'll be a full reverses for landing. It is 2,800 meters the runway, but that's not massively long gap. It's about 3,500, so it's fairly short. So I think we'll use full reverses. Only low auto brake though, and I'll take manual brakes just so we don't wear out anything. There we go. So if we want to have a look during cruise, just to make sure we're not using up too much, we can see here we're using up how much fuel we've used. 1,700 in for both engines. 4,880 left. Everything seems all good. We're gonna have a check through. They haven't actually implemented the secondary flight plan yet for the 320. We're waiting for that. But we can see estimated arrival time 10:45. Of course, with local time, that's in about 40 minutes. That is always a bit fast. If we go on dashboard, we can actually check the actual scheduled arrival time. If departing at 12:40, which I reckon we did, lifted off about 12:40, it reckons we'll arrive at 12:30. Which, that's about our scheduled arrival time. So we'll see if we can beat that. I reckon we might be able to beat that. 12:30 is quite slow. Yeah. Any questions, go ahead and ask. I'm happy. I'm just going to be here. I'll let you have a listen to the sound for a bit. So, looking ahead then, I just thought maybe in the next stream we could fly around in a 787, or if you guys were up for it, we could do a group flight in Cessnas, maybe around Southend in that area, or down even further, near the, what's it called? It's out near Land's End in that area. It really depends, but yeah, I thought the 787 might be fun for next stream, especially with the heavy division mod. I've been looking quite closely at the development of that, and I'm really impressed by how it's going. It's really looking good. Yeah, really impressed. So that might be a lot of fun to have a try out. Still a while to go, a long time to go in fact. Just coming up to 240 miles to run. Keeping an eye on the track miles, I can see 293 to the exact destination, to POS, which is where we need to be level by flight level 100, so 10,000, is, oh, I've got to pay attention here, it's from the previous waypoint, so, how do I check? So we got 14 miles to this one, 52 miles to the next one, 49 to the next one, 50, and all I've got to do is add them all up and it'll give me a distance to POS. Exactly. It's a bit complicated one where you think it'll just give you a nice distance to that one, but we'll add them up. So we got 11 miles on that one, we can call that 10 because we'll be passing it. 52 then to the next one, 49 from there, 10 from there, and 21 from that one. So we've got 142 miles to run for POS, which is where we begin our descent. Yeah, so that's all good. Happy with that. And there we go, we can see in the distance we got Palma de Mallorca and then Ibiza off behind it. We'll be making a right turn heading direct towards it in a second. We head over the mountains on the right hand side of the island during this flight. So we get a little bit of turbulence off them. Our descent calculator, we sync it all up. Let me just change that descent to about 1,600 feet. Reckons we should descend 120 miles away from POS, which we're coming up to now, so we should actually almost begin descending soon, which Balin, I know, is just under halfway This descent calculator can always be a little bit wrong, of course, so won't descend exactly 120 miles, we'll go just under. I don't trust it. So we're actually heading over here, and the nose is over here, but because of the winds we're actually heading over there. So that's good. You can see down here on the constraints we've got 4,500 fly MJV. When I flew in the other day, we had Barcelona Central line. I didn't have to follow the procedures. He just descended me as and when he felt like it. Of course, probably have to now. But having a look, we can see who's online. See where people are. One person on the ground at Palma de Mallorca. So if we don't want to necessarily have to follow this system of staying very low, but we will, because you never know. So we'll follow that for sure. Flat deck looking lovely, really nice. Yeah, so let me know in the chat what you guys want to see in the future stream, or if you want me to make more videos. I really don't mind which one I do. I enjoy streaming a lot, as you probably know from the channel. We do a lot of streams, but of course making videos, I'm happy to do that. If you want this to become a channel where I can give updates on what's going on in the simulation world, I can happily do that. Or we can keep it to our streaming. I'm really up for whatever. But let's keep the push up to 100 subscribers. We're at 51. Not too long to go. Not too long to go at all. Alright, well, I reckon we should begin our descent to flight level 100. Yeah, about 1,600 feet per minute. So if I synced up the descent rate, we can see about 110 miles. It's about 100 miles or so. I might drop it down to 1,500 feet per minute, just so it's not too fast. And there we go. Making some contrails behind us. Looking really nice. Really nice EasyJet livery. Can be found in the links in the description. Looks really great. Really impressed. Yeah. So, descending again. Still descending slowly, is what I meant to say. I have put in the radio, of course, which is our minimums for today. Already into the FMS. We've put in all of the arrival, I believe. Yep. Our arrival stage is all filled out already. And so if we just quickly hop back there, we were looking for a 135 knot touchdown speed. That is a little bit wrong. So it's a 135 knot. I think if I go 1434 slash 135, I think that fills out both of them, does it? No, it doesn't. I'm not sure how I get to fill out that one. I'll have to have a look another time. But yeah. So, keep an eye on that descent calculator. Ah, of course, I got this wrong slightly. This is not Palma de Mallorca. This is Palma de Mallorca up there. So fairly long distance to go. We can't even see Ibiza yet. Ibiza's actually, you can just about see an outline behind it. So a while to go. I've set the TCAS to below, so we're only looking for aircraft below us now. No one around at all. Remember guys, when you're flying a vatsim, before you take off, set this to TARA. That actually turns it on. And of course, once you're in the air, make sure you're on mode C, which you can do by clicking here. If you have your settings ticked on, Squawksy and miscellaneous. Oh, cancel. Oh, what am I doing? I don't know. That is all good. I'll hop into audio, get that working. Output device, yeah, that should be good. I didn't change anything. Anyway, make sure you have it on mode C. If you have that setting ticked, it automatically squawk. If you don't want to, you can do it here. This is mode C. You can leave it on auto if you want, or you can do it manually on takeoff. So if I go ahead and click mode C in vPilot, it actually turns that. So you can do it either way you want. Doesn't make much of a difference. If you can, please go ahead and donate using the link to Streamlabs in the description. It really helps me out. Looking for it to get a couple of upgrades on the PC. Hopefully make streaming a little bit better. That'd be amazing. And if you want to, go ahead and join the Discord in the links in the description. You can join that anytime. Everyone's in there, it's nice and friendly. Come say hello. And using the links in the description, you can find the Ibiza scenery, the charts that I use for ChartFox, free charts, the pushback mod I had earlier, this little gadget that's great. Yeah, which is fantastic. Just, you might notice the chat moving a little bit. I'm just dragging it around, seeing what we can do. Yeah. So that is perfect. Alright. Yeah, that's good. While to go till POS, a long way, 80 miles. Sync calculator reckons 90, which shows it's getting a little bit close. We're making a very slow descent, which is nice. I don't want to go too steep. And there we go, that's Soros, so we're just passing halfway, over halfway actually. It's a fairly short journey. It's, you know, I'd argue it's medium length. It's nothing major, but it's fairly long. I mean, if you're looking at here, you can see we depart. It's almost just under 2 hours. Which is pretty long for Pillow Pilot. I don't normally do stuff this long. So that's a first. Check out what these buttons do. I don't know. Here we can see we get a sort of weather meter for the airport we're arriving at. Here we got our routing, departure times that I put into SimBrief. We're there. Yeah. It's fantastic. So, not yeah, fair distance to go. Keep descending. I say please hit the like and subscribe if you aren't already. If you are, then thanks very much for joining us. Any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm happy to help whenever. We turn on that weather radar. Oh, it's already on. But having a look, you can see it's such a clear day today. There's no precipitation anywhere. Looking really, really good. No precipitation. Nothing at all. Clear skies all the way. Fantastic. So we got a couple of people. We got Tomjet 737 passing over the POS now. So he's ahead of us somewhere. It's not showing up. He might show up in a bit. 2 aircraft on the ground at Palma de Mallorca, and a couple of others having departed. Currently no one heading to Ibiza in our airspace, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll announce what we're doing on Unicom though, so so what we're doing, we are ending through flight level 250 for flight level 100 level at Papa Oscar Sierra. This is Palma de, oh, I just put Lipa. For a, and we just put our arrival in, which I've got to check. What is our arrival for today? Pos for Victor. Pos for Victor into Ibiza. Okay, and that's in. So I said Lipa traffic, because it's got to make people aware of where we are, and the real reason we're descending for flight level 100 level by POS is to avoid the the Palma de Mallorca traffic going in. So we just let them know where we are, and that's all good. Checking again our descent calculator to make sure we're descending properly. It reckons at 56 miles worth of descent. It's about 56 miles to POS, so we're doing that pretty well. Off to our left we can see this lovely island I actually don't know the name of, but it looks great. It's weird actually being on the first officer's side. Don't like it. So if I haven't got that VOR frequency for that waypoint, and I'm umming and ahhing about getting Navigraph. If any of you have it in the chat, please let me know what you think of it. I really haven't quite made my mind up yet. Very tempted to. It seems like a great purchase. Be a great addition, but don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. So our only altitude constraints are MJV, we need to be at 4,500, and POS 100, and then from MJV just follow 4,500 all the way across Neelix in. But what I'm going to do is hold POS 100, fly across Palma de Mallorca at that altitude, and then 4,500 by Neelix. That's what I was actually given the other day, so I'll trust that. That seems pretty good. I'm happy with that. We increased the descent rate slightly, just getting fairly close to that waypoint, and we've only descended 17,000 feet. Looking good then. Through the 19,000 mark. Well, not quite. Keep going. Happy here with the distances to the airport still. It's actually a very long way still to go. But we already have to begin descending now, which is quite pardon me, quite surprising. I don't know, in the future, do you want me to program the FMS and get the aircraft started up on the screen? Or would you prefer I left that, did it the way we do at the moment, which is where I started up off screen and we get straight going away for the departure? I don't know if that's the way layout we want to have it. I'm happy either way, so let me know. Happy to mix it up. $17,000 going through. There we go. Only about 7,000 pretty much to go till we reach our descent. It's nicely ascending there. Hello, Pilot Studs. Nice to see you in the chat. Hello. So looking at our descent calculator, 23 miles to pause. We'll see when once we hit Nilas, we'll get a direct distance to pause. It's just so we make sure we're 100 by that point. So going across from Mallorca, we don't interrupt their traffic. As we've got quite a few traffic in the airspace actually. We've got 5 around us, 3 going out of Mallorca, sorry, Palma de Mallorca, and 2 going in. So we've got to keep an eye out. We don't want to actually get in their way. Fantastic. So that's 150. And there we go. 23 miles to pause, 19 miles to redescend. So we're going to decrease that descent rate a little bit. That's all perfect. Thanks very much for coming, Pilot Stoke. Nice to see you. It's all good. We'll level off soon. Great. As I say, we're then supposed to be 4,500 by MJV. I think we'll hold 10,000 for a bit. I should check when, sort of do a descent calculation to that 4,500 so that I know how long we need to descend that from 10,000. .140, still going down. See the big mountains here, of course. We hit pause, which is about there, and make a quite steep left turn across there so we avoid these major hit mountains over here. We can turn the terrain display on, just so that we can actually see if when these mountains get close to us. If they're near us, if not, no problem, but we will encounter a little bit of turbulence going over them. So we've got to watch out for that. Sometimes it's better if he has terrain display on. We have weather on. We can get a combination of both of the two. That's sometimes quite good. And now as we get through to our altitude, we're going to turn on our lights. And now, in theory, below 10,000 you turn the seatbelt signs on, but of course, because we still have 120 miles to go when we level at pause, it's really not very necessary to turn on the seatbelt signs, because we really don't need to. It's a weird arrival into Ibiza because you really would think you're landing at Palma de Mallorca as a passenger, because actually we're quite low, and this is the altitude roughly you'd be at for a Palma de Mallorca arrival. Now I'm going to keep an eye on this traffic, because of course there's a couple departing which should be well out of our way, but aren't always. Set the TCAS to all so I can see all around us. We can actually, because we're level at 10,000, we can hold speed, because we're not below, we're just holding it, so we can hold our high speed. And checking that descent calculator, we don't need much. 18 miles of descent to go down to 4,500, so we'll carry on at this altitude for a while. It's all good. Make our way across. There we go, bit of turbulence. I'm going to turn on the seatbelt signs because of the mountains. Lovely scenery down here though. See a port below us. Looks really nice. Scenery of course is fantastic in this game. Really, really amazing. It's great. So we got a couple of people, one guy landing, but the runway in use is in this way. So we've got someone over there going in. So we shouldn't be in the way of anyone going across. So we should be all good. Just under 120 miles, 80 miles back to direct to the airport. 120 miles to our furthest waypoint for that loop back round. 10,000, we'll turn our ILS on. It'll be a long time till we pick it up, but we can go ahead and turn it on. Might be able to see the guy landing. He was about here when I last checked going in. Don't know if we'll pick him up on TCAS. I don't think so. It did work the other day. I was impressed. I had TCAS and people on the live map moving around, so I don't know what I'd done that day, but it worked pretty well. So Mach 0.5, fairly slow, sadly, as we're a bit lower now, going across the island. So we can just follow our routing. Landing runway 06 into Ibiza. So we get a lovely low approach over the sea, and then suddenly over the land for touchdown, which is a lot of fun. That'll be cool. There we go. See on the live map, we can see these are actual aircraft on vatsim. I'll bring this into the middle. These planes are aircraft on vatsim that we can see on our moving map, which is really amazing actually. Can't see them on TCAS, but I can definitely see them on the moving map. We can see the aircraft on the ground as well. See where they are. Really great. Do I have to turn on certain, that's waypoints, that's NDBs, that's airports. So if I turn on NDB, so turn on waypoints, we've got hundreds around Palma de Mallorca. We should be good. If we leave constraint display on, we can actually see aircraft, I believe. So as we pass over Palma de Mallorca, if we pass over the airport, there'll be a plane landing. Gotta find him. Where is he? Bit low. There he is. He's still seen on the live map. He's on final. Sadly, can't quite see him yet. Passing us, if you're just joining us, we're 10,000 feet, still a while to go to our airport, which is Ibiza, on the next island. But as there's a plane on approach, as we're heading onto this airport, as we're heading over. So I'm just trying to see if we can see him. He's in the bay, so he's like here somewhere. Can't see him. It must be to do with sort of vatsim mod matchmaking, something to do with this. Can't see the guy. Might have landed maybe, I don't know. Can't find him. Alright. Well anyway, it's a lovely airport. Really, really big compared to actually where we're going. Very big. Looks great. So, passing through the JV, turning towards the Nelux, by which point we do need to be at 4,500, I think. Yeah, we do, yeah. Okay, it's going right. Still can't see that guy. Maybe we won't get to see him. Be a shame, but maybe not. There you go, he's touching down. We can't see him, but I hope he had a good landing. Anyway, 10,000, we can see. We can leave our terrain display on this side, weather display on this side. I'm making sure that TCAS is set to all, because we're at low enough altitude. I want to know if people are below us, around us, where they are, what's going on. So I'm holding 290 knots actually because we're level at 10,000. We don't need to slow down. It's at or below 10,000. So it is at, but I'm sure it's okay. We're just zipping along at 10,000. All our lights on. Playing something really nice. Well across the coast. Heading back over the water into Ibiza, which I can't see. Can't see it yet. It's not too far, say about 40 miles away. It's right out there in theory. It's off to our right. Over there. So there it is. There's a bit of land over there. That's probably it. So we need to be 220 knots by Nelux. Now I don't know. That's probably right. And this is to make sure that when you have lots of traffic in the area, you get a nice spacing. I can actually see that Ibiza is completely empty. Only us going in there, so we shouldn't need to worry about slowing down. We'll descend though, definitely. So, what descent rate do we need to make it 40 miles? 1,000. I'll do. We'll go down at 1,000 feet per minute, I guess. So we're going down to 4,500. At 900 feet per minute. Sync that up. There we go. About that. That'll do. Can decrease it slightly. And we need to slow down to 250 knots.
Palma traffic, runner 68 Echo Hotel, take off runway 06 right, Palma.
There you go, someone taking off at Palma de Mallorca. Off they go. Don't worry, the background sound will return. When there's another noise, it quietens itself down, and then it'll get louder and louder and louder back up to how it was. So Nilux, there's actually no speed constraints there. The only speed constraint is two-topped, which is sort of around there somewhere. So I have to look out for that. That is our actual speed. That's our one speed constraint. 28 miles of descent, which is exactly how far we've got to go. So that is perfect. Speeding away. I think part of the reason this flight takes a little bit longer than maybe it should do because of its distance is because of the fact it's this. We've been sat at 10,000 feet, going a lot slower than we would if we were a lot higher. So I think that really slows us down. Yeah, this is good. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you can. Donate using the links to Streamlabs in the chat. That'd be much obliged. Thanks very much. Nice offline mode in Discord. Oh, thanks very much. Slowly descending. With 11 seconds. What are we doing? Well, Jafari, we're going into Ibiza today. There's the island's actually over there. The airport's back there. We're slowly descending for 4,500 to be level at Nilux. 250 knots. I'm going managed. And that's about it. I'll keep on selected actually because it'll slow us down to 220 when we don't need to. So yeah, making my way there. That's about it. It's pretty slow, this arrival. I think normally it's very busy in real life, and so they have this sort of staggered descent and arrival to make sure Palma de Mallorca and Ibiza traffic are all separated, because actually Palma de Mallorca is a very busy airport. Yeah, it's pretty nice, isn't it? Thank you. It's not bad. Quite a lot of crowd coverage, which is a bit of a shame. We can check our track miles. We've got 82 track miles to run. Not too far. Not too far. Not too far at all. It's pretty good. All the lights on. This is quite interesting. Aircraft these days think they'd be designed so that holding speed you can have almost a very low percentage throttle, but actually they're told by law that they need to have on approach at least 50% throttle whilst holding speed. So that's why here we got about 40. Hello, Suzoda. I know that ground speed is going to take a bit of time, isn't it? Yeah. It'll be a while. It'll be a while. So 42% throttle, as I say, just to hold speed, which is a fair amount of throttle, but it means the spool up time in case of a go around is fairly low. It takes not a lot less than it would do from idle, which means that go arounds are much easier, much safer. Right, you can see it's flashing at me here, standard pressure. I'm going to turn that off. Set it to the local, which is 1012. There we go. Local pressure set. gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. Yeah. It is a slow arrival, this. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Wow. The 787-10 from Echo Papa Whiskey Alpha to Oscar Mike Delta Bravo. Wow, that's a long flight. Good luck with that. Nice work. I wouldn't have the patience, really. But that's impressive. Nice work. If I drag across this, you can see on SimAware, this is where we are. We're making our way across. But you can see this is what we're going to be landing on, so we're going to be coming right over the beach at the last moment and in. Check this chat. Still control at San Juan. I do. Yeah, we do a fair amount of controlling at San Juan. I haven't done as much. I've got a tower exam later this evening, actually. S2 tower. So hopefully in the next stream, maybe I could do some controlling at San Juan on vatsim. We'll have to see. But yeah. So that's a tower controller. So I'm currently ground, but we should have an exam for tower, which is quite exciting. I'm really looking forward to that. It'd be great to be able to move up onto tower. It's just a whole nother step, really. But, yeah, thanks very much. That will be good. Yeah. But that's an impressive flight. 787-10 as well. That's a lovely plane. Good work. Really impressive. So there we go. We've got a descent of 4,000 for the next one. You can make a slow descent down to that one. You're getting your S1 soon. Wow, impressive. Nice work. Where are you training at? Nice, so S1, nice, good stuff. Really good. It's a lot of fun controlling. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. It's a really, really good fun. But you do need traffic, so yeah. But amazing. Where are you training at? Sorry, just from the headset. Okay. Yes, yeah, I know Sea Papa. Yes, yeah. Yeah, we know Sea Papa. Right, 26 miles direct to the airport, which is sort of over there, or there, it's along there somewhere. Next one is 3,500 by there. Hold our speed for a bit, keep an eye on this track miles. Santo Domingo, oh wow, that's a nice place. That's a lot of fun. That'd be epic. That's a really good place. Nice. Got some good airports there actually as well. That's really quite important. You have nice airports to be at. Cool. Right, I would slow down to follow the speed limit, but it would take us absolutely ages. So I'll keep it running along nicely. I'll keep this speed. It's not too bad. So we have to be 3,000 for our finals. So 3,000 then. I don't know. What will we go down at? We'll go down at like 500 feet per minute probably. 9 miles, so. Punta Cana. Ooh, yes. Nice. Nice. Well, you have. Tell me when you're controlling. I'll come over and fly around. Might do a stream there. Well, let me know when you got your S1. We could do a stream from there. That'd be fun. So, yeah, that'd be great. Wouldn't mind that. someone's there. Right, what arrival am I on? So, I should say we're on the downwind, aren't we, pretty much? So, Unicom Easy 84 Papa Mike, level at 4000, Ibiza traffic. Currently on the downwind for the ILS, runway 06 arrival. Ah yes, Punta Cana. Oh, that's a lovely airport. You've got a lot of runways there. Nice. Yeah, I'm just having a look. You know, I'm just sort of zipping around. That'd be great. That'd be really good. Get it in like a week. Rain showers over the Black Sea. Oof. Nice. Not very nice, actually. I mean, I'm kind of lucky it's not raining here, actually. We're sort of just hovering along under the clouds. Pretty lucky. But you get it in a week. Nice. Well, I'm very happy to come and fly out of there. That'd be amazing. You gotta let me know. It'd be a lot of fun. Because we're always looking for controllers on the stream. Always need a controller. Right. Let's keep an eye on our track miles. 50 track miles to run, and that is following the route. How long it will be. So we can ignore this because this is direct to the airfield. So this is drawing a line between us to the centre of the runway, how far it is, and the runway is just hidden there. But rain showers over the Black Sea. Oof, not very nice. So 45 miles. When that hits 20, we'll start our slowdown. That's taken a long time. Coming from Palma. That has been a while. But good when we touch down. So all the lights are on. We've got the weather radar on. Everything else is good. We need about 9 miles to descend for 3000, which we don't need to do yet, but when we do, keep an eye on. Ooh, is that a bit of thunder? Or was it Schlight? Might just been something else. So, 250 knots, I'm holding that. If we go to managed, it should slow us down to 210. If it doesn't, I can do it and slow us down. Do I use Volanta? I don't actually. I've had a little bit of trouble with it. I basically messed up, put the wrong emails in and stuff like that. So I'll have to get that fixed. But yeah, I should use Volanta. I'll come have a look where you are. If that's what you meant. Yeah. I'll get that working probably for next time. Miles. Good. I'll just go on selected so that I can run the speed to whatever I want. There we go, passing parallel with the airport. So now now we're going past the airport, it's just about making distance between us and the airport so that we've got a long enough final to be secure. So it'll be a 15-mile final on the airport. So I'm going to slow us down to 210 knots. Actually 220 I'll slow us down to. At 210 knots slowing down, we're just following these waypoints. And as I say, building enough distance between us and the airport so that we have a good run in on the ILS. So we could turn now. What is that? I don't know what's happened there. Direct to IB925. IB920. IB8. Good. IB925. Direct. There we go. Just solving a little problem we've had there. There we go. That's formed it. Slight issue there. There we go. That seems to have fixed it nicely. Right, so what's that? Track miles resets. 32 to go, yeah. That's what I thought. That's good. We'll go down to 3,000. Open descent, 3,000. Which means it'll descend us down by itself. Controlled descent rate, that's all good. I need a bit of light in here, it's quite dark under the cloud. How long's that? 30 miles. And it's 3,000 as our last altitude. So once we're at 3,000, that's finals. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Entering the approach mode. Oh, what's that? Seamus Cannon subscribed. Thanks very much. Hello, welcome. Bug with the plane entering the approach mode. Yeah, I think it is. I think you're right. It really is. Thanks very much for the subscribe, though. Hello. $27 miles. Leveling off 3,000. There we go. Zoda, subscribe. Thanks very much. Welcome. Hello, Seamus Cannon. Nice to see you in the chat. Hello. Thanks very much for the subscribe. Thanks very much. Thanks very much to both of you, actually. Right, I'm just having a look at what we're up to. I'm just going to turn this brightness down a bit. Very bright. Right, so about 24 miles, so with 220 knots. It's going to be a 15-mile final also, I reckon, about. So I'm going to slow us down to 200 knots. And go flaps 1, which is the slats only. There we go, slats coming out. There we go, slats going out. And we're turning right towards the... I don't know where we're going, actually. It keeps changing on me. We're going Demev. Direct. Right. That'll take us direct Demev, and then from Demev we've got a tight turn to establish on that ILS. But that's about it. That's good. I gotta pay attention now. Right, 15 miles, so flaps 1. That's all good. Right, approach checklist. So, seatbelt signs. They're on. Radio is set. Speed is set. That's all good. Taxi lights on. Ground spoilers. We've got to arm them. Yep. Arm the ground spoilers. Auto brake. This is going to be a low auto brake for today. The flaps are set at flap 1. Speed, we've got to establish at 180 knots. Well, we're happy to establish at 200 knots. And then everything else is good. I'm happy for that. Good. We'll continue. And then the last sort of thing on the approach checklist is, are you happy to continue the approach? I think we're pretty happy. Let's go lock mode. Let's turn to establish that ILS. So it'll turn us in a second when it gets to that waypoint. And that'll just line us up nicely with the runway. For hopefully a good landing. That's all. That's reliant on me though. I'm not very good. So, yeah, it's all good. Right, there we go. Lock mode's on. So, you see that route's gotten rid of itself again, but that shouldn't be a problem. It's trying to go to Osnuk, which is all good. I'm happy for it to go there. Sorry, I'm moving the view around, I'm testing out some stuff. Right, see on his terrain display he's picked it up, so we're going to turn off. I'm going to turn off that on mine. Turn off that on his, turn it on mine. You can see the island there. So we've gone past the localizer, so it should swing us back round to capture it again. Just as I say, gone past it. Turned a bit late. It's all right. There's the runway there, so we're just going back right because we overshot it a bit. And apologies if I've missed anything in the chat. I'll catch up once we're sort of on the ground, or if I have a chance in a minute. Okay, so that's all good to establish. I'm going to hit approach mode because I'm happy with everything. Cat 1, Cat 3 single, good. I was a bit surprised when it said Cat 1. I was like, that's not that's not what I thought it was. There we go. Let's keep it to all so that we have on the TCAS, so that we have everything around us. There's the runway there. We check the ILS mode. We can see it's coming across. So we'll intercept it in a second. 134820. I wonder who that is. I didn't see him come online. 820. Uh-oh, it's going to be close whoever he is. Oh, 825. There we go. What is he? Let's have a look. He's approach. Ibiza approach. Is the 84 Papa Mike with you? Fully established ILS runway 06.
Easy 84 Papa Mike, wind 060 degrees 8 knots, runway 06, clear to land.
Clear to land, Easy 84 Papa Mike. There we go, we've been cleared to land then, so we'll carry on. Approach mode is on, so it'll descend onto the glide slope in a second. Runways, I'm happy with that.
Ibiza approach, good morning, Totswiss 48 November Foxtrot A320, descending flight level 240 inbound Nelux on the Polenta for Victor arrival.
Topwise 48 November Foxtrot, Palma Control, good morning, set squawk 6201.
6201, Totswiss 48 November
Right,
Foxtrot.
slowing us down to that speed, we'll go flaps 2. Flap 2 dropping out. There we go, flaps 2, that took a while. Right, flaps 2.
Topwise 48 November Foxtrot, identified descent 3000 feet leveled by Coxex, QNH 1012.
3000 by Cox 6, QNH 1012, Totswiss 48 November Foxtrot.
I didn't see that guy coming in. Thanks very much, Mr. Sonza. Thank you very much. Apologies if I mispronounced that. Sozda. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm really bad. Right.
2,500.
Slow down to 160 knots. 2,500 cool outs. There we go. Happy. That's all good. Runway's ahead of us. We've got low auto brake on. We've got an arm in the cabin. It should check landing inhibit. If it hasn't, that's all right. Approach mode is activated. We can go manage speed. 6 miles. So, I've just gone manage speed because we're going to speed up as we descend. Oh, we've got a bit of lightning in the background there. Right, check the cabin. It's just come up on the landing checklist there. Cabin crew seats for landing. 5 miles. Flaps 3. Flaps 3 deployed. Get down. Get travelling. Got the reds. Yeah, that was close. That was close. Right, gear down. Travelling. Gear confirmed down. 3 greens. 4 miles. Full flap. Flaps full, they're travelling. Slats are out and the flaps are out. 50% on the throttles. And we'll take manual control. I have manual control. Cool. Pitch those down slightly. Hello, Oliver. Nice to see you. Pitch it up slightly. The pappies were broken, and then with the new scenery, if you don't have this scenery, they are broken, sadly.
1,000.
With the scenery, in theory, fixed. Alright, that was 1,000. Drifting a bit. Okay, we'll take manual throttle. Manual throttle. Looking for about 135 on the touchdown speed. So we'll reduce throttle a little bit. Going a bit fast.
$500.
500 feet. Cool. Continue. A little bit high.
400.
400, yeah. Pitching the nose down. A little bit.
100 above. 300.
300. Okay, cool. Right, reduce
Minimum
throttle.
200.
200. That wind keeps changing. Slow. Minimum, so that was continuing.
100.
After that, 100. Okay, reducing throttle.
50.
50.
40. 30.
20.
20. Retard.
Recharge the throttles.
10. 5.
And we're down. Reverse thrusters. Green. Decel. Let the nose drop. Nose down. Manual brakes. Reverse thrusters active. Spoilers deployed. 80 knots.
Salma Control, buenos días,
Speed's coming down.
Ryanair 64 Papa Charlie with you, flight level 370.
60 knots. Reverse thrusters.
Ryanair
deactivated.
625, correcto, Ryanair 64
I gotta
Papa
go off
Charlie, Palma Control, buenos días. Set squawk 6205.
Lights off. And start. Keep the speed slowing
Squawking
down.
6205, Ryanair 64 Papa Charlie.
And that was good. That was very good. I'm pleased with that.
Ryanair 64 Papa Charlie, identified you are clear for Poyensa 4 Victor arrival. Expect ILS full approach runway 06 and
little
descend
bit
flight
fast,
level
little bit
240.
Slow it down a bit. We don't want to miss that exit.
Okay, expect ILS runway
And
06
we're
for
off.
Victor arrival and descend flight level
Fantastic.
240, Ryanair 64 Papa Charlie.
Good. I'm pleased with that. That was pretty good. I did the same landings yesterday. Thanks very much. Yeah, that was a pretty good landing, wasn't it? Not too bad. Right, I guess we'll turn left. He hasn't told us anything, so we'll just go left. Go into the stands. Thanks very much, Seamus Cannon. That was a good landing. I was pretty pleased. Not too bad. We'll turn the ILS mode off. We managed. Get the strobe lights off. Taxiing into the stands. Great landing. Thanks very much, Mr. Snyder. Thanks very much.
CC84 Papa Mike, welcome to Ibiza, taxi to stand 27 via Charlie and Alpha.
Charlie and Alpha to stand 27. Easy 84 Papa Mike. 27. I've actually got to find that. Charlie and Alpha stand 27. Good. Oh, that's cool. LEIB. I've got to get these charts up quickly. I'm going to overshoot. Right, that's the one. There the stands. Stand 27 Charlie and Alpha. Stand 27. Where's Alpha? Oh, it's this right here. Okay. I've got to work out where to go. Take the flaps up. Flaps going up. Brakes a bit. And we'll go right. Bit of power, we've come to almost a stop there. That was good. That was pretty good. Okay, Charlie and Alpha stand 27. Right, so we're going, we got a gate, luckily. We have a gate. Right, nice power. Make the left. That was all good. Oh, straighten up, straighten up, straighten up. If you have Discord, you can join the Discord through the links in the description. After almost every stream, I go and hang out in there for a bit, so if you want to come have a chat, I'm happy to come say hello in there. I normally do, so yeah, I say you can join that through the link in the description. There's a lot of people in there, you can come say hi. Right, stand 27, I've got to work out where this is. So it's not the first gate, which is that one. First, so it's the third gate, so 1, 2, that one there. Right, 1. This is 2, which is that one. So this is us here. Like this. You can connect the jetway once we stop. Turning in, I'll turn off the taxi lights so they don't blind people. Turn off the landing displays. Yeah, I'm just getting straight.
Welling 3647, information Foxtrot at flight level 150 with you, good day.
Keep going.
Welling 3647, Palma Control, good morning. Information Foxtrot is correct, set squawk 6202.
And we'll stop there. Ooh, that was close. Flag and brake set.
Squawk 6202, Welling 3647.
Connect to external power. Right, we'll click continue here. And we're in. That was pretty good. That was a good little flight. 2 hours and 5 minutes, I think that said. I didn't quite check. Right, turn off the beacon. We can turn off the seatbelt signs. I'll leave the AP on for a second for some air conditioning. Smoking signs can go off as well. Everyone can leave. Fantastic. Set the TCAS to stop. Set it to all above. And set it to standby so that it's off. Right, TCAS off. And we'll turn off mode C. So that's here.
Welling 3647, identified, you are clear for route 3 Victor arrival. Expect ILS
says the invite is invalid.
And descend 3000 feet, unit 1012.
Well, now I'm on the ground, I can actually do some stuff. Let me open up my Discord. I'll get it on stream here. Let me open it up. I might get a little bit of lag for a second.
3647, cleared
right
to ILS approach runway 06 via route 3 Victor.
Just hang on for a second.
And descend flight level 3000 feet, QNH 1012.
Copy the invite link.
Welling 3647, negative, you are clear for the arrival and expect the ILS.
Copy that. There we go. Boom. If you copy that link,
for arrival and
that should take you to
ILS
this Discord
runway
server.
06, thank you.
If it was invalid, I apologise. 1 hour 59 minutes. Thank you very much, Oliver Rose. That was Oliver. Sorry, that was a long there. That was a pretty good flight. Right, set the parking brake off now. We're in the stands. That was pretty long. I thought it was pretty good. Not bad at all. That's not bad. Yeah, that was good. So yeah. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and end the stream there. Yeah, I'll be in the Discord server if any of you guys want to come join. I'll be in the Discord. You come say hi. Yeah, we'll do another stream. Not too far away. Maybe a couple of days or so. So let me know in the server what you want to do, or let me know in the comments what you want to do. Where should we go? What should we do? Thanks very much everyone for joining.
62 uniform at stand 24. Foxtrot received.
Thanks very much all for joining. I'll catch you another time, guys. Have a good one. Bye bye.
And set squawk 620.